Igniting a strong start. Now that you know why you should spend time and resources to become a life coach, let's take a look at the many ways that life coaching can directly help others achieve their dreams and accomplish powerful goals in life. We're going to look at specific segments of life that encounter trouble and how a life coach can enter the scene and make things that much better for people who look up to their knowledge and expertise. Change matters. Change. This one word strikes fear into the hearts of men and women, regardless of profession or stature in life. We tend to associate change with negativity, loss of resources, defeat, all signs of structural breakdown that are not welcome in any person's life. Regardless of how people view change, we must remember that it is actually an essential part of all life. I emphasize all because change is important not just in human society but in nature itself. If we look around us, we'll see that change makes life possible. Change makes growth possible. It is the catalyst that makes the world go round. How would a life coach do it? Big question, also very essential since we're on the general topic of exploring what life coaching can do for you and others. A life coach, as I've mentioned earlier, isn't someone who has all the answers ready in a magical bag. No, that's not how it works. A life coach is someone who walks with you so that you can figure things out using a specific process. Of how would a life coach do it? Big question, also very essential since we're on the general topic of exploring what life coaching can do for you and others. A life coach, as I've mentioned earlier, isn't someone who has all the answers ready in a magical bag. No, that's not how it works. A life coach is someone who walks with you so that you can figure things out using a specific process of knowledge inquiry and knowledge building. Who creates or introduces this process? The life coach, of course. Take change for example. A simple yet profound way of making change more tenable can be summed up in the following steps. I mow down denial. Denial is an awful, awful enemy of change. A person who is in denial will constantly create reasons not to even think about an issue that needs to be addressed. The process of creating positive change begins with the acknowledgement that something needs to be worked on in the first place. The moment you realize that you need to work on an issue, that would be the time that change beckons to you from the horizon. 6. The power of life coaching. In an ideal world, people would be more than willing to exert effort and spend different kinds of resources to make positive changes happen. However, we know for a fact that this isn't the case at all. People avoid change because it hurts their established equilibriums. Consider a person who enjoys consuming large quantities of fast food. Now this person has been doing this for quite some time now, years, in fact. This dependence on fast food is the person equilibrium. Imagine this person again going to a doctor and getting the news that she needs to cut down on fast food consumption because her heart is having a hard time with all the extra salt and carbs. The doctor's suggested change is a direct contradiction of the person's established norm or equilibrium. Therefore, what needs to be done, change, becomes more of a threat to the person's balance or established way of life, instead of being appreciated as something that is necessary for the restoration of health. The fast food lover might say things like, "High blood pressure runs in my family. I don't think my fast food habit has anything to do with it, really. I'm constantly stressed at work. That's probably why I have high blood pressure. I don't eat that much fast food at all. Fast food is my therapy." That doctor needs to look at other angles and he needs to stop picking on me, telling me to stop fast food. What is immediately clear from this kind of thinking is that it takes away much if not all of the responsibility from the person. Change occurs because a person takes responsibility for the situation and takes specific steps to make the change happen. A life coach can help mow down denial by allowing the client to focus on the following aspects. 1. The presence of resistance to change. 2. The nature of the resistance itself. 3. The possible root of resistance, as derived from memory, previous experiences and other existing knowledge. Clues that a person is in denial. The most important sign of all is defensiveness. Signs that a person is ready to move on from denial to action, change.